Hi guys, Trisha here from Gardenista Meadow, bringing you um, part of my beautiful garden. I wanted to highlight my hydrangea. I garden in 5B in New York area, and one of the things that I don't have much of is shade. And I tell you, because of that, I'm attractive to shade loving plants, especially hydrangea. Um, and what hydrangea does to me when I see them, it just puts on this happy smile on my face. I love the blooms. Look at them. Look how gorgeous they are, right? And I love, look at this one. This is one bloom, you all, one bloom. And I love when they fade into something so super gorgeous, right? What I don't like with hydrangea from my garden, I am a fusser of my plant and I like to water. I like to take care of my plants, and hydrangea does not like anything fuss over it. That's what I'm realizing, right? And if you fuss over it, you don't get the blooms, especially early, right? They come late, and sometimes when they come in this itty bitty, tiny little bloom. One of the things that I do with them in order for them to bloom, sometimes I pinch or I cut off the top of one of it, and it sends message to the root, and it starts something new. And sometimes I get bloom, sometimes I don't. It depends. But in this case, I am getting some bloom. But see how sparingly the blooms are. And that's what I don't like. And when you go to some houses, they're just full and overflow, and they're just so heavy that they go down to the ground. And I have about 20 of them in my garden, and I can count on one hand how many is blooming or showing signs of blooming. But the luscious leaf or foliage is gorgeous, and it looks good as a filler in bouquets, but I prefer blooms. So this side is doing okay. This side is not. This one, and for some reason, I'm thinking that this is more shaded and protected, and it did not give me one bloom this year. Last year, it did. It gave me, the whole plant was full. So that's one of the reasons why they're not my favorite in my garden, right? But yet I love them. I want to incorporate them. One of the things that I want to do for this area, I had a red tree here that got infected, and my husband chopped it down. I want another tree so that I get a little bit more shade, because this front area is not bad. And plus I tuck bigger plants in between to get some shadeness from it. But if you're out there and you have a fix for hydrangea to bloom in my garden, let me know. But I know I have too much sun, and where I put them is sometimes semi-protected. But I'm not going to let them go, and I'm not going to give them away. But I want a resolution. I want to grow more. I try them also in the back of the house. It's only 2 of them blooming. I plant 4. So I am slowly getting them to like my garden. So guys, thank you so much. And usually they grow from 2 to 2 to 4 to 5 or 6 to 6, depending on how big you like them. I like them like that. I feel like if this one gets bigger, I could chop it down a bit. That one is a little bit too low. I think it should catch this up a bit. But one of my favorites bloom is hydrangea, and I would go to the store and pick up a bouquet of them because of their lusciousness, their gorgeousness, and their staying power within a vase. I love limelight and all the other macrophylla that are no problem blooming, but usually they're just white. And I want colors. I love colors, especially blue and pink. I love those two colors to be bright on my table, to add other things to them that incorporate that color within it. So please shout out to me if you know a way that I can grow it without a lot of shade. Also, I've seen hydrangea that has no shade in full sun, and they're gorgeous. So maybe I'm passing here too often. Let me know. Peace. Remember to plant a seed today and watch it grow. You will never regret it. Peace.